Yo, what's up, Broncos Country? How's it going today, guys? I wanted to make this video today and talk about free agency in the draft and get my thoughts and opinions on what I think they should do and see what you guys think they should do in free agency in the draft. So here we go. So, as in yesterday's video, I said that I don't think the Broncos are going to have a whole lot of cap space in order to sign a bunch of big free agents, especially a veteran quarterback. Like a lot of people are assuming that we're going to now that Russ is going to be gone. But what positions are you wanting the Broncos to sign in free agency and draft in the draft? Personally, I think the offensive line's fine. I know a lot of people are going to say Mike McGlinchey was terrible last year for the contract we gave him, and I agree to that. But just like Russ, we got to give him at least one more year in this Sean Payton offense. At least Mike McGlinchey will have a second year in the Sean Payton offense to, understand it, and hopefully he plays better this year. I hope they re-sign Cushenberry, keep that offensive unit together, because that's one thing I really don't want to have to tear apart is the offensive line, especially if we're getting a rookie quarterback. You got to make sure he's protected at all costs. Receiver, I think Jerry Jeudy might be gone here in the next week or so, just like Russ. I think we might trade him to get some more picks for this year. Justin Simmons is another one I think could be on the trading block just because he's older. I mean, I love Justin Simmons. If he were to stay, I'm not going to be upset. But if you need draft picks, since you know that you're not going to have a whole lot of cap space this offseason or next offseason, you need to hit on at least a couple of draft picks. And I think you could probably get maybe a second. Heck, you might even be able to get a first out of Justin Simmons. I know that's wild. But even Jamal Adams got, traded to the Seahawks. And, I'm sorry. Yeah, he got traded to the Seahawks, and they gave up 2 ones. So, I'm just saying, like, if you find the right team, you could probably get a first-round pick out of Justin Simmons. So, like, Sutton, Mims, I really don't want to go anywhere. That's going to be, like, our main two going into the 2024 season. But as far as, like, Jerry Jeudy or Justin Simmons, trade him, get picks for him this year because you only got 6. It'd be nice to have like 8 or 9 picks in this year's draft to give George Payton and Sean Payton more darts to throw at the dartboard, especially if the quarterback that they want falls to 12 and you ain't got to trade up and trade assets to get him. So, you all know where I stand. I think majority of Bronco Country stands is that with our pick, our first round pick this year, we're going after a quarterback. But in free agency, I'd like to see them maybe sign another corner. Maybe another inside linebacker because it seems like Josie Jewell, unless they resign him, he's going to be gone. So you literally got Alex Singleton. I mean, you'll probably have Jonas Griffith come back at the start of the 2024 year. So who knows? Maybe a pass rusher if you can get one, but I prefer to get one of those in the draft. Like I said, if you can trade Justin Simmons and get like a first or a second for him, use that first or second round pick that to get yourself a pass rusher because you desperately need one. Baron Browning's good. I like him. But if that's your best pass rusher, like you're going to be hurting. Jonathan Cooper, great. Nick Benito, he hasn't really quite lived up to the hype. So I think they need to go into the draft and get a star pass rusher if they can. Or maybe even trade Justin Simmons to get a pass rusher. Secondary is important, but I think pass rusher is more important because a secondary can only hold up for so long. If your pass rush doesn't get home to get to the quarterback, and the quarterback gets like 10 seconds to throw, it doesn't matter how good your secondary is. Eventually, someone's going to get open, and they're going to hit them for a big play. So you need that pass rush in order to hit home. So my biggest thing outside of quarterback, which is I know what we're going to get this year, is we need a star pass rusher. We need someone that can get after the quarterback, even if that's an older guy like in his mid-30s, but he's still somewhat good that can get after a pass rusher. Go give him a cheap deal or go find someone in the draft. We have to get a pass rusher because Zach Allen, DJ Jones, Mike Purcell, Jonathan Cooper, Nick Benito, Baron Browning, those guys are not cutting it. Like they need a pass rush. They need someone that can get after the quarterback that can take, be like, okay, we're going to have to double team this guy in order to stop him, like an Aaron Donald or a TJ Watt. Someone that is going to have to get double teamed to leave the other guys one-on-one to where they can win more likely and get to the quarterback. That's what we need. Corner is a big question mark too. I mean, you got your nickel set with McMillan. You got your starter at corner in Surtain. You need a second You need a second corner. You need another outside guy, another boundary guy. If you don't have that, then you're probably going to get burned a lot. Safety, I'm not really too concerned with safety. Like, Caden Stearns will be back next year. Hopefully he stays healthy. Maybe you can start PJ Locke opposite of him, and be good at safety. I think, personally, in the draft and free agency, you need a corner. You need definitely a pass rusher, maybe another inside linebacker, maybe even another defensive lineman. And on the offense, I mean, a tight end and a quarterback. I mean, receiver, you'll have two good ones in Marvin Mims and Cortland Sutton. You might want to go get another one. Running backs, I don't know. I hope Javonte takes a step forward this year because I just think he wasn't 100% himself. You know what they say. People that have ACL tears, it takes them about 2 years to, have full, trust in that knee that they tear. So maybe he'll be better this coming up season. I don't know. But running back, you got McLaughlin, you got P. Ryan still, but you need a tight end on offense. You might need another receiver. You're going to need a quarterback. That's the main things on offense I think you would need. And like I said, on defense, you're going to need, a middle linebacker, a good pass rusher, and a second corner. Like, those are the main issues with this team. Like, there's still other holes to fill, but those are the main ones, I think. Quarterback's the first one. Pass rusher is the second. A star corner, or not a star corner, but another corner at least somewhat legit, that's good, that can cover. And then middle linebacker, they're not as big as they used to be, but it'd be nice to have someone that can cover the middle of the field and cover tight ends. And then a tight end yourself. Like, we need someone that can stay healthy. I like Dulcich. I think he's a great vertical threat. It's just the guy can't stay healthy. So, but in free agency, I hope we can find maybe, any of those could work. Like, you go into free agency, get yourself a second string corner, maybe find yourself a decent pass rusher that can, it takes double teams to stop him. Maybe you can find a tight end. Maybe you can find your third string wide receiver. Something like that. And in the draft, you only got 6 picks. That's why I think the Broncos we knew they weren't going to trade Russ, but I think they should trade Simmons and trade Jeudy. Try to get some more ammo in the draft. Whether if it's a third, second, or even a first, they need to get more ammo in this draft to get some young guys. Because like I said, with that Russ contract, we're going to need a bunch of young guys on this team next year to step up and play well. If the Broncos want to be competitive, which I'm not holding my breath for. Like, I hope they are, but with how many holes there is on the team with limited resources that we have, I don't see them being competitive next year. Like I said yesterday, I could be wrong, though. They can trade Simmons. They can trade Jeudy. They can get these picks. They can hit on a lot of these draft picks, and a lot of these young guys could pop next year and play well. I don't think anybody saw McLaughlin or McMillan playing as well as they did last year, or PJ Locke for that matter. So that's what I think we need to do. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What you think the Broncos should do in free agency, what they should do in the draft. But I think quarterback, main thing, pass rusher, second corner, middle linebacker, tight end. Those are the 5 positions I think they really need to fill. Because even if Javonte takes another year, at least you got P. Ryan and McLaughlin that can, fill that role and help with that a little bit. The run game was pretty solid last year. Hopefully McGlinchey takes a step forward in Sean Payton's offense and he starts playing better. And re-sign Cushenberry if you can, because you need to keep that offensive line together. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below of what they should do, the Broncos should do in free agency in the draft this year. And hit the like, comment, subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.